This is VOA News. Reporting by remote, I'm David Byrd. The UN Climate Conference in Glasgow, Scotland ended Saturday when almost 200 nations accepted a compromise deal aimed at keeping a key global warming target alive. We get more from AP's Jennifer King.
After 2 weeks of talks, envoys at the United Nations Climate Change Conference in Glasgow, Scotland, accepted a compromise agreement. It was aimed at keeping alive the international goal to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Nation after nation complained that the deal isn't enough to fend off flooding, heat, drought, and weather disasters that endanger millions, but in the end said it provides some progress, if not success. U.S. Special Climate Envoy John Kerry encouraged delegates to accept the imperfect proposal.
You can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
In a last-minute intervention, India watered down the language on cutting emissions from coal. Indian Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav.
Developing countries have a right to their fair share of the global carbon budget and are entitled to the responsible use of fossil fuels.
The Glasgow Climate Pact includes some financial incentives for poorer nations and solves a long-standing problem to pave the way for carbon trading. I'm Jennifer King.
Officials, relatives, and a media watchdog in Afghanistan confirmed Saturday that a suspected bomb blast on a minibus in Kabul had killed a well-known journalist and injured several people. The slain journalist was identified as Hamid Sakhani, who worked for the mainstream Ariana television network. The violence happened near a Taliban checkpoint in the Afghan capital's western area dominated by members of the minority Shiite Hazara community. There were no immediate claims of responsibility for the attack, but Afghan Hazara have for years been the target of deadly violence by the regional Islamic State affiliate. Visit voanews.com for more. This is VOA News. At least 5 people were killed and several others wounded when Sudanese security forces opened fire on demonstrators in Khartoum and elsewhere in the country Saturday. The Sudan Doctors Committee said 4 people died from gunshots and 1 suffocated from tear gas in Khartoum and Omdurman on Saturday. Several other protesters were wounded, including from gunshots. The rallies came 2 days after military coup leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan reappointed himself the head of the Sovereign Council, Sudan's interim governing body. Thursday's move angered the pro-democracy alliance and frustrated the United States and other countries that have urged the military to reverse its coup and to restore civilian rule. A prolonged gun battle between rival gangs inside Ecuador's largest prison early Saturday left at least 68 inmates dead in the latest violence to hit the Litoral Penitentiary, which recently saw the country's worst prison bloodbath. The fighting lasted for almost 8 hours in the lockup in the coastal city of Guayaquil, and authorities attributed the fighting to prison gangs linked to international drug cartels. Videos circulating on social media showed bodies, some burned, lying on the ground inside the prison. Inmates tried to dynamite a wall to get into a pavilion to carry out a massacre, according to authorities. The prison violence comes amid a national state of emergency declared by President Guillermo Lasso in October that empowers security forces to fight drug trafficking and other crimes. In September, a battle among gangs inside Litoral left at least 118 people dead. Authorities in Pakistan say an anti-terrorism raid and bomb blasts have killed at least 5 security personnel and wounded 7 people. The casualties occurred Saturday in southwestern Baluchistan and northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa provinces. 2 soldiers were killed in a military raid in Baluchistan's Turbat city. Another soldier was killed in a related incident while clearing a terrorist-planted bomb along a route frequented by civilians. Separately, officials in Pakistan's northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province said 2 policemen were killed when a roadside bomb hit their routine patrol Saturday morning. Earlier in the day, a roadside bomb blast on the outskirts of Quetta, the capital of Baluchistan, wounded at least 1 police official and 6 civilians. There were no claims of responsibility. For more, visit our website, voanews.com. Reporting by remote, I'm David Byrd, VOA News.